So we were seeing capital markets, we have seen a lot of concepts, bear, bull, futures, options, derivatives, we have seen stock exchange. Who regulates the capital markets in India? SEBI regulates capital markets in India. Okay? We also saw the story of how companies raise money, what is IPO, what is FPO, what is primary market, what is secondary market, what are the kinds of instruments which are traded, what are traded, shares are traded, equity shares are traded, preference shares are traded, what do shareholders get? Periodically, agar jo milta hai, if the company gives it, what is it called? It is called as dividend. Do they get every time? They don't get. It depends on the company to company. Okay? Now, let us say there is an Indian company. Okay? And this is USA. Okay? Now, if Indian company wants to raise money from USA shareholders, कैसे चलेगा? मतलब if Indian company wants to raise money in USA, how to do it? So there is a particular instrument which, so what Indian company will do is, Indian company, do you know what is a depository? Depository is nothing but a storage of shares. Indian company will make an agreement with depository. Okay? This depository will make an agreement with American depository. America में भी depository है. Right? And that depository will not issue shares, because shares cannot be issued because Indian company is not registered in USA. Will issue certain receipts which say that one receipt is equivalent to one share in that Indian company. It is not share per se, but it is a receipt which shows that this receipt represents the right to own a share in that company. So dividend milega, when dividend will be given, so it will go from here, here, and then it will go here. Samjha? Okay, who is issuing the receipts? Depository. Can this receipt be traded between Americans? Yes, it will be traded. And so this, let's say Mr. A has this receipt, he will give it to Mr. B. And ऐसे बहुत सारे होंगे. What is the underlying security here? What is the underlying? What does this receipt represent? Shares of Indian company. समझा? This instrument is called as American Depository Receipt, ADR. This is called as American Depository Receipt, ADR. If it is issued in USA, then it is called ADR. If it is issued anywhere outside USA, it is called GDR, Global Depository Receipt. If it is in USA, it is called as American Depository Receipt. If it is in outside USA, it is called as Global Depository Receipt. समझा? ठीक है? समझा? What is ADR? What is GDR? USA में there is a stock exchange. USA में भी होगा stock exchange. So this ADR will trade on USA stock exchange. So your brother who is in USA, he will be able to buy depository receipts of Tata issued by depository of USA, which represents the underlying share of Tata. Yes or no? ये समझा? Now you only tell me, what do we understand by the term Indian depository receipts? Indian depository receipt क्या होगा? क्या होगा Indian depository receipts? American companies wanting to raise money from India will enter into agreement via this, and then depositories. So will Indian depository receipts be listed on Indian stock exchange? Yes. समझा? It's very simple. बस इतना ही है concept. Do you know there are this is stock market है. There is also something called as gas exchange. gas exchange. So buyers of gas and sellers of gas come to market and then they change. Who are the buyers of gas? Distribution companies who give gas to your homes. Who are the sellers of gas? Producers and importers of gas. Okay? So they also have this system called gas exchange. Do you know there is power exchange also in India? Power Exchange India Limited, that's a company running a power exchange. Electricity is also traded in stock exchange. Not BSE, NSE, it is PXIL, Power Exchange India Limited. Okay? Do you know metals are also traded in stock exchanges? They are called as commodities. So what we saw was the share market. There is entirely different market called as a commodity market, where metals are traded, precious metals, gold and all is traded. Do you know in some markets even clean air is traded? Read environment, you will come to know clean air. So whatever the country pollutes, utna uska value depreciates. Clean air is traded, sunshine is traded, water is traded on these exchanges. Okay, and see when we say traded, you realize there is no actual delivery of water. There is just adjustment of price difference. So today if you buy water at 20 rupees, tomorrow sell at 30 rupees. 5 rupiah, 10 rupees profit, done. Water you don't have to sell and buy actual physical water. Okay? Similarly, in all these markets, all these actual commodities are rarely exchanged. It is just the settlement of price difference. है ना? समझा? So I think this much is enough for stock market, capital market. If you read more and if you find any doubt in the book, see in the book there are many concepts given, but that is more pre-oriented compared to mains. And plus, there are मतलब बहुत सारे, read self-explanatory. If you don't understand, I am always here. ठीक है, but read the book. That is why I always tell you, I am telling you in the first lecture कि please read the book, please read the book. It will help you a lot. Don't skip reading the book. What was the second market we saw? Capital market तो हो गया. What was the second market? Money market. Just one more concept. Okay. We have done this in balance of payment chapter. This is India. This is FII. I hope you know what is FII now. Putting money in India. Where is FII getting money from? Mr. X, Mr. Y, Mr. Z. What is FII issuing to Mr. X, Mr. Y, Mr. Z? FII is issuing them a paper. Same thing will be written कि you will get this much amount of money, or this represents an investment in India. If the identity of these people is known, it is fine. If the identity of these people is not known, it is a problem. Okay? Many FIIs don't follow transparent practices. See, these FIIs are situated in USA or any other country. So our laws don't apply to these FIIs. Money is flowing from these FIIs. FIIs are registered with India. But FII का owner कौन है, or who is the ultimate beneficiary of FII, or where is FII getting money from? That is not known to us. And that results in a lot of black money coming in. That results in a lot of terrorist financing happening, or illegal activity, illegal trades. Money is being converted to legitimate money and flowing to India. Because tomorrow if something happens, it can easily flow outside India also. And we want to know the identity of these people. कि हाँ किसके पास है, ठीक है? These documents are called as, this we have done in balance of payments. These are called as participatory notes. You participate in our investment in India. Participatory notes. Okay, so SEBI has recently brought regulations that even if Mr. Z transfer this to Mr. Y, SEBI should know. Okay? So we are moving towards increased transparency and increased regulation towards capital markets. See, at the same time, you should realize that more and more regulation will hamper the investment also. So we need money also, but we need regulation also. Okay, coming back to money market. See, compared to capital market, you only tell me, help me out here. Capital market mein, who is the regulator of capital markets in India? SEBI. Who do you think is the regulator of money market in India? See, I'll tell you the main purpose of money market. Simple. Capital market mein you go to create wealth. Money market is mainly for temporary requirement of money. Temporary requirement of money के लिए money market बना है. Now tell me which is more liquid, capital market or money market? Money market. Money है ना, नाम में ही money. It is direct लेन देन of money. Short term है. Capital market is long term also. You can hold the shares for 50 years also. This is often short term. I am using the word often because some instruments might be long term also, but often short term. Now tell me, the amount of money per transaction would be higher in capital market or money market per transaction? It will be higher in money market. Capital market mein you can even buy one small share, 15 rupees ka you can buy and you can sell. Money market is for high value transactions. I'll tell you, I'll show you how it is there. Okay? So money market is for high value transactions. Money market mein big players play, small players don't play. There is an exception to this. Exception, we are moving towards small players also. Who are the big players? चलो बताओ क्या लगता है? Who are the big players? Banks, government, next financial institutions, next insurance companies, NBFCs, rich individuals, है ना? अच्छा, इसको ये rich individuals बहुत ही देसी term है. Let us purify it, sophisticate it. HNI. ओहो सर ये क्या है? HNI, high net worth individuals. HNI, high net worth individuals, rich people, rich individuals. ठीक है, these are the big players. We are moving towards small players. Recently, there was an article that RBI is opening up money market for small players also. How can you restrict money market to rich players? Simple है, minimum investment 1 lakh rupees. Done, simple. ठीक है? Do you recall LAF? Do you recall MSF? Do you recall repo market? All are part of money market. Big players, short term, huge amount, RBI. Those are all instruments in money market. So money market, see, imagine capital market में shares का exchange हो रहा है. Money market में money is being exchanged, direct transfer here, there, everywhere. ठीक है? Can government borrow from banks? Does government borrow from banks? Yes, by issuing what? Bonds, treasury bills. Bonds are long term or short term? Long term. Treasury bills are short term. Treasury bills. Money market instrument. Short term instrument are money market instruments. Long term instruments go towards capital market. Capital market is long term. वो wealth creation के लिए. This is for requirement of money, temporary. Do you remember treasury bills are short term instruments? Why? Because they mature maximum under 364 days. We had seen 364 one day before the year ends. ठीक है? So actually how treasury bills are issued and all, I had told you we'll see in the markets chapter. Here we are in the markets chapter. ठीक है? So try to understand the requirement for money market. It is for temporary mismatches in money up to 1 year. Money is being lent. So now who is lending money? Will that person lend it for free? No. So now money is going from RBI to banks, RBI to government, banks to government, government to FI, NBFCs to FI. ठीक है? And of course corporates भी है. Corporates को कैसे बोल? Big industrial houses are also there. Tata Motors will also play in money market. If Tata Motors has some surplus cash to lend and Tata Motors sees that some bank requires money, Tata Motors will give money to bank. क्या लेगा बदले में? Interest. Do you know what is repo? repurchase obligation, I told you repo, right? So what are the instruments? We are looking at instruments in money market. अभी tools देखते हैं. What are the tools in money market? क्या क्या हो सकते हैं? And these are technical. Technical मतलब factual है. One is repo. Do you know what is repo? What? कि you keep security, take money from me, and then you keep security, take money from me, and then tomorrow you will have to promise to repurchase this security away from me and give me my money back. Okay, from the lender side I am telling. Borrower, commercial bank will go to RBI. Commercial bank will say, sir, I need money. RBI will say, give security, but promise to repurchase the security back, repo. Okay, also called as, now in money market this term is relevant, also called as, see this, oh sir, too technical, also called as ready forward contracts. समझा? What is it also called as? Ready forward. ठीक है, चलो रेपो हो गया. सेकेंड, रेपो का डिस्कशन इज ऑलरेडी डन, सो आई एम नॉट डूइंग इट हियर. कॉल मनी. कॉल मनी, फोन उठाया, पैसा मंगाया, लिटरली कॉल मनी. ठीक है, कॉल मनी इज अप टू 14 days overnight. कॉल मनी इज ओवरनाइट. ओवरनाइट चाहिए आपको मनी तो कॉल मनी. अप टू 14 days चाहिए तो नोटिस मनी. ठीक है, who demands or who can demand money from whom? RBI. RBI can also borrow money in call money market. RBI can also borrow money, notice money. Let's say RBI needs money for 10 days. It can call up any bank. Do you have money? Yes, I have money. How many days? Sir, overnight, sir, call money. Sir, ये नाम इतना वो important नहीं है. It is call money only majorly. These are just variants of it. But the thing is, they are short-term money which is being given by one who has excess money to one who needs money. Simple. Is this okay? What is the interest rate? Market determined interest rate. जो भी interest rate चल रहा है उस पे कर लो. Are you understanding this? Market determined interest rate. Who can participate in this? Can RBI do it? Yes. Commercial bank? Yes. Cooperative bank? Yes. Do you remember RRB does not have access to these facilities? Regional rural banks, I told you they are given step motherly treatment. हाँ, तो sometimes allowed, sometimes not allowed. उनका चलते रहता है. Now, let's say we are a bank, we have excess money. So we will be lender or borrower? Lender. We are sitting, we are waiting for call to come, we will lend. नहीं आ रहा है call. क्या करेंगे? We will appoint agents कि find ना किसके पास money requirement है, I have extra money. Similarly, as a borrower, instead of calling up everyone and asking whether you have excess money, I will appoint some agents and I will say कि which of them have any excess money, just let me know. Which of the banks, if RBI has excess money, let me know. Okay, these agents are called as primary dealers, PDs. They make the market. Okay, selling, buying, they make the market. So you just call the primary dealer will say ki, yes sir, I have a client who is in need of money. Interest rate is, let's say 10%. Agreed? Yes, chalo काम कर दो. And it is for only overnight. So very fast it happens. And most often इसमें collateral नहीं होता. Very rarely. See, overnight क्या collateral लेगा? कब लाएगा तब तक वो दिन खत्म हो जाएगा. ठीक है? He will bring collateral. Oh shit, I have to take it back now. Overnight, repayment done. समझा? It's very straightforward. Now your favorite, my favorite. T-bills, treasury bills. Are treasury bills short term or long term? They are available in 3 flavors: 91 days, 182 days, 364 days. We have done this. Okay? What do you mean by 182 days? Which means it will mature after 182 days. Okay? Are they approved for SLR? What is SLR? Government regulates SLR, but under the control of RBI. Banks have to invest in certain government securities. I hope you remember. We have seen 18% was the SLR. 18% of net demand and time liabilities have to be invested by banks in approved SLR securities. It can be cash, it can be gold, or it can be government securities. Government securities, SLR. Okay, used for SLR also. And of course, if it is known as SLR approved. And of course, if banks have to, if banks want to invest more in it, they can invest more in it. Can state government issue treasury bills? UPSC had also asked this question. Remember yesterday only, last lecture only we saw last to last. State governments cannot issue treasury bills. State governments can only issue bonds. State development loans. The technical term is state development loans. Okay? Who can participate in T-bill market? You, me, anyone can buy T-bills. The only criteria is 25,000 and multiples. Usi ke 25, 50, 75. Now you are seeing how it is restricted to big individuals. But ye fir bhi. And now RBI is overall only, I am telling, RBI is overall trying to reduce these limits. Why? Because more money has to come to money market also. So RBI dekh raha hai ki capital market बढ़ रहा है, SEBI is doing very good. I will also try to encourage my market. See, ultimately it is all mobilization of resources. When you buy a treasury bill, who gets the money? Government. It gives you an instrument ki is pe maturity and interest is written. Now, most often, 99.99% treasury bills are issued at a discount. Treasury bills are issued at a discount. मतलब face value, which is the repayment value or the maturity value, is rupees 100. Issue price rupees 85. How much do you have to pay today? 85. How much do you will get after 5 years? 100 rupees. But what is the catch? क्यों इतना facility मिल रहा है? There is no interest. Often there is no interest here. तो periodic interest जो मिलता है, that is not here. So this 85 to 100 itself is the interest basically, but spread over the duration of 1 year, 182, 365 जो भी है. ठीक है? Now this interest is called as coupon rate. Why coupon? I will tell you. Interest is also called as coupon rate. जो भी interest है उसको coupon बोलते हैं. So in market terms, when you say कि there is no coupon payment, which means there is no interest payments. Why coupon rate? Because वो उस पर mention रहता है. Coupon पे 15% लिखा है. Coupon जैसा रहता है treasury bill. Nowadays everything is online, but these are all historical terms. ठीक है? So is there a coupon in treasury bills or not? There is not. Are they issued at a discount? Yes. ठीक है? Any kind of bonds, any kind of instruments, any kind, if they are without interest, can I call them zero coupon? Yes? ठीक है? So treasury bills are also one type of what? One type of what? See this. Zero coupon bonds. Bonds is a very generic term which is used. So you can say zero coupon bills also. Treasury bills hai. Zero coupon bonds. Are all treasury bills zero coupon bonds? 99.99%. Matlab yes. Are all zero coupon bonds treasury bills? No. There can be other zero coupon bonds also. Do you remember I had talked to you about recapitalization of banks? Do you remember? They have cash, but it goes to government and it comes as capital. Do you remember I had told you that sometimes government does not pay interest on those bonds? Those are zero coupon recapitalization bonds. I hope you are able to relate to it. It is all very conceptual. ठीक है? Zero coupon bonds. Zero coupon bonds को एक और नाम दिया है See this, you will understand why. Discount है ना, discount है काफी. So zero coupon bonds are also called as deep discount bonds. Simple. Deep discount bonds. So deep है discount उसका. अच्छा, there are some variants of bonds also which have interest also and discount also, but they are discontinued. See RBI ना, who is the debt manager of government? RBI. So RBI suggests कि sir इसमें ना let us give छोटा discount and have small interest also. RBI does that. RBI has the expertise. ठीक है? Let us go to RBI website. अरे गोल्ड नहीं. हाँ यही government securities market in India. G-Secs also called as G-Secs. I hope you know what is open market operations. I hope you know LAF, repo, everything is there here. So इसमें ना types, who are the major players? We have discussed that. Not this. पढ़ने जाओ तो बहुत कुछ है. Why should one invest? How are G-Secs issued? I want to know the types. How and in what form? How does the trading take place? What are the major players? How are the recorded price change? One get information reported. Basic concepts, price of bond. This, you know, this I want to take, but I will take in the last lecture. This is a very advanced concept which I would like to take. This yield wala jo thing hai na. Important guidelines. What is money market? What? See FIMDA and FBL. We have done this. Let us find. Not this. इसमें find है क्या? क्या क्वेश्चन है इसका? हाँ, फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन ही है. ठीक है, चलो विल कम बैक टू दिस इन अ व्हाइल. विल जस्ट कीप इट ओपन. ठीक है, तो what are zero coupon bonds? We don't have any interest with them. ठीक है. Similar nature का है. See, the nature is very similar. When bills are issued, see these T-bills are issued by whom? Government. RBI on behalf of government. Government का होता है. Money goes to whom? Government. If anyone else other than government issues these bonds, normally same nature, deep discount and all, they are called as cash management bills. Government can also issue cash management bills. They are in the nature of T-bills only, cash management bills, but there is a specific condition, less than 91 days. Maturity less than 91 days. 91, 92 to 364 is the treasury bill. This is less than 91 days. ठीक है? Can one bank lend to another bank short term basis पे? Yes, simple. It is called as, see this, interbank term deposit. Interbank term deposit is 14 days to 3 months. इतना याद रखने की जरूरत नहीं. I'm just sharing information. 14 days to 3 months. It is called as interbank term deposit. Do you know what are unicorns? Unicorn सुना है word unicorn? What is unicorn? हैरी पॉटर में जो आता है वो. हैरी पॉटर में उसका पेट्रोनस इज यूनिकॉर्न ना. Unicorns are those startups who are valued at more than $1 billion. Unicorns. Is there any unicorn in India? There are around 40 unicorns in India. You must be very small, but do you know, have you ever heard about a company called InMobi? It used to make games for Nokia phones and all. That was the first startup India ever had which reached unicorn status. Zomato is the first unicorn which is going for IPO. ठीक है? Just time pass. Trivia. Okay, next. बातों में खत्म हो जाएगा ये चैप्टर. Money market is nothing है, इसका कुछ है नहीं. Capital market, I would say, give more weightage to capital markets than money market. Capital market has a lot of practical relevance. Money market थोड़ा okay types, right? Now I am going to teach you something very interesting. You go to a bank. You deposit 1 lakh rupees. What will bank do of that? It will give loan. ठीक है? Will bank give you a receipt? इस 1 lakh के against, will bank give you a receipt? कि हाँ, ठीक है? This is a fixed deposit. Assuming this is a fixed deposit, bank will give you a fixed deposit. Yes or no? You sell this receipt to your friend for 1 lakh. क्या होगा? Tomorrow he will be able to claim this FD. Yes or no? Similarly, financial institution banks, they also issue these kind of receipts. These are known as certificate of deposits. समझा? Certificate of deposits. Certificates of deposit, CD. These are issued by banks and financial institutions. ये and इसके बाद वाला are closely related. These are issued by banks and financial institutions. These are also issued often issued at a discount. Often issued at a discount, and a bank can issue a certificate of, we are still in money market. A bank can issue a certificate of deposit from 15 days to 1 year. But a financial institution can issue a CD from 1 year to 3 years. Sir, कैसे more than 1 year? है अभी ऐसा. 15 days to 1 year and 1 year to 3 years. Minimum amount of certificate of deposit is 1 lakh and multiples thereof. ठीक है? Now, is this risky or less risky? It is very risky. Certificate of deposit. Hence, this regional rural bank को access नहीं है. And do you remember we discussed about local area banks also? Local area banks also don't have access. ठीक है? Now, who is the issuing authority in certificate of deposits? Banks and financial institutions. Can corporates when they want a loan from you, how would they ask a loan from you? You remember our example? We gave him preference shares because he wanted to become an owner. Do you remember another example? Another person had come. We gave him bonds. Paper पे लिख के दिया था. So it is a loan only. But is it given by a proper bank loan or is it given by some other person? It is given by some other person. So let's say Tata is issuing a bond of 2 lakh rupees and you buy that bond. Who is getting the money? Tata is getting the money. Who is the investor? We are the investor. What are you getting in front of that? Interest or deep discount? अभी समझ में आ रहा है? Interest or deep discount. ठीक है? So these bonds which are issued by corporates, these bonds which are issued by nothing but a piece of paper, yes or no? अभी तो electronic है, but imagine a piece of paper. Are they issued by corporates or banks? They are issued by corporates. Banks वालों का paper ये रहा. उनका paper कहाँ गया? It is called as commercial paper. समझा? Commercial paper. See, I am giving very less details about them. बाकी ये भी detail ही है काफी. So it is often called as money market is often called as CDCP market. ठीक है. Commercial paper. Who is the issuing authority? Corporates. Commercial ना. Minimum investment 5 lakhs. If you want to invest or if you want to issue commercial paper, minimum denomination should be 5 lakhs. RBI is trying to reduce them, by the way. RBI wants to encourage this. Always remember, this is unsecured. कोई security नहीं है. So is it risky or less risky? Both of these are unsecured. These are all unsecured instruments. Security is only there in LAF and all, repo, LAF and all. बाकी इसमें किसी में security नहीं है. ठीक है? These are unsecured instruments, right? Now tell me one thing. Can it be issued by any corporate or only top-rated corporates, or those who are established and all? Because it is very risky. This restriction is there that only top-rated corporates can issue. Who can buy? Can you buy? Can we buy? Yes, we can buy. Do you know primary dealers? They are agents. They can also issue. Achha, just one small trivia. Primary dealers are so big in themselves. Banks also act as primary dealers. They have their agents of their own. They are known as satellite dealers or secondary dealers. So always remember, they are in the business of making money. So ऐसा ये legitimate, they don't give it a lot of thought and they just make quick money. There are people who are very good at this, right? Well, sir, is it also issued at a discount? Yes, it is also similar है, बहुत similar है. It is also issued at a discount. Sir, what about the duration? This was 15 days to 1 year for banks and 1 year to 3 years for FIs. This is issued for a duration of 7 days to 1 year. So minimum 7 days, maximum 1 year. Factual है, कोई logic नहीं है, कोई वो sense, कोई relation नहीं है. So just, ठीक है? Now how do you determine a top rated corporate? मतलब क्या अच्छा होगा? What will be good? Credit rating. Do you remember we spoke about credit rating? Credit rating is good. So top rated, जिनका who have good assets, who have good balance sheet, जिनका health अच्छा है, they are able to issue commercial paper. Why? Because tomorrow if they issue CPs and they take your money and then they run away or they don't repay it back, what will happen? Your savings will go waste. इसीलिए minimum is kept at 5 lakhs plus. कि only the people who can invest huge amount, who can take risks, can invest in this. Otherwise, discouraged है. ठीक है? Now, can one bank give loan to another bank? That is called as interbank deposit. Interbank deposit. Can one corporate give loan to another corporate? Yes, it can give. It is called as intercorporate deposit. सर क्या मजाक कर रहे हो ये सब बता के? ठीक है? Okay, chalo. Now I am going to teach you some concept. Which is important, which is taught in 12th standard economics. For those who have economics in 12th standard, this concept is taught but never understood, rarely understood. So I am going to teach you. ठीक है? You are a seller, I am a buyer. You are a seller, I am a buyer. You sell mangoes, I buy mangoes. Right? We do this business regularly. ठीक है? We have a trade credit period, which means I don't pay you immediately, but I pay you after 2 months, 3 months, as per agreed terms. ठीक है? I bought 100 kgs mangoes from you for rupees 1 lakh. Suppose 1 lakh. Okay? Now this 1 lakh ka, will you give me a bill of rupees 1 lakh? Yes, you will give me a bill of rupees 1 lakh. Yes or no? Will I have to sign saying that I have purchased 1 lakh worth of mangoes from you and I will repay it to you after 6 months? Yes or no? Some documentary evidence would be there. Think about big amounts. Chota vendors will not do this, but think about big amounts. Okay? So, you are seller and I am buyer. Who is buying mangoes? Buyer. Who owes whom 1 lakh rupees? Buyer owes seller 1 lakh rupees. Instead, buyer gives a paper, yes or no, which says ki I owe seller 1 lakh rupees. Simple. And repayable after 6 months. Is this clear? Seller is okay, fine. Tomorrow seller comes to know that in his extended family, some relatives are very sick due to COVID. He needs money tomorrow only. Can he ask buyer to repay? He can ask. If buyer repays, well and good. But buyer will say, sir, 6 months ka period I have taken because I don't have money. I am going to get money from someone else after 2 months and then I will pay you afterwards. So buyer is not giving money. ठीक है? अब seller क्या करे? What do you think? Seller has this paper which says कि buyer will give seller 1 lakh rupees after 6 months. What will seller do? Can seller do anything? Because this is a legal paper, huh? This is a legal paper. Seller goes to bank. Pay attention. Seller goes to bank. Seller says कि bank, I have this paper. 6 महीने बाद 1 lakh rupees आने वाला है. Can you take this and can you give me money today? Bank will say, how can I give you 1 lakh today if you are going to get it 6 months later? I can give you little less than 1 lakh today because my charges I will cut and I will also cut the opportunity which I am losing. See, because seller is going to get 1 lakh after 6 months. Pay attention here. Bank का पैसा अभी जा रहा है. If bank agrees to give seller 1 lakh rupees, bank could have used that money to lend it to someone for 6 months. Are you getting me? Let us say this is not there. This is not there. Bank has two options. Either to give it to the seller now or lend it somewhere. If he gives to the seller now, if he gives to the seller 1 lakh rupees, पहली बात तो he will not give 1 lakh. He will say कि I will give you 90k. What will bank get in return? Seller will give this piece of paper to bank. कि आप रख लो. After 6 months, bank will go to buyer and say, I have this paper, pay me 1 lakh rupees. Did you understand this? Or should I repeat? How much is bank giving to the seller today? How much is bank getting after 6 months? 1 lakh rupees. Okay? Now, okay? So bank has two options. Either to give 90,000, charges cut kiya, 10,000 fees hai. Either to give 90,000 to seller today or give 90,000 as loan outside. For 6 months, chalo. 6 months, same time period. अब वो 6 months पे if it decides to give 90,000 to seller today, it is not earning any interest. It is in fact going, money is going, and it has to wait for 6 months. If it gives loan as 90,000 outside today, it will get interest for 6 months. Yes or no? Are you getting this? So it will also reduce that amount from 1 lakh. कि जितना interest he is losing, bank is losing जितना interest, he will also reduce that. And finally, let's say 80,000 आया. Finally, amount, charges and all everything less करके, bank says I will calculate it and I will give you 80,000 today. Is it okay or not? He is desperate for money. He will say, sir, fine, take 80,000. Bank, he will give this 1 lakh का coupon या जो भी 1 lakh का paper to him. After 6 months, who will collect money from whom? Bank will collect money from buyer. Seller is out of the picture. Are you getting this? This act is known as, so did seller get full 1 lakh or less than 1 lakh? Less than. Why? Because 6 months ka period abhi. I'll tell you a secret. This 80,000, if he doesn't need it today, he can keep it for bank in 6 months and get some interest. Not pura 1 lakh nahi milega. ठीक है? चलो. Is he getting full value or discount value? Seller. Is seller getting full value or discount value? Discount value. Hence, this act is called as discounting. समझा? Discounting. What is this paper called? What is this paper called? This paper is called a, see this, bill of exchange. Ki we have sold goods, you will pay us after 6 months. This paper is called bill of exchange in a technical term. In a more common term, it is called as a, you will, अरे not commercial paper, commercial paper तो हो गया ना, commercial bill. Don't confuse it with commercial paper here, CP. This is different. This is issued by corporates and all. Why? When it is issued by corporates? To raise money. It is unsecured. वो तो अलग ही है. Commercial bill or bill of exchange. See, commercial transactions में हुआ है. So this paper is called commercial bill or bill of exchange. Who is discounting what with whom? Seller is discounting the bill of exchange or getting it discounted from bank. Bank is discounting the bill of exchange of the seller and giving him less money. Yes or no? Is seller happy? Yes, because he is getting money. He knows he will get less money, but he is okay because today he is getting money. Bank will have to wait for 6 months, but bank is getting the reward. Now this 20,000 bank ka reward hai for waiting. Is it clear? Commercial bill, bill of exchange. What if bank needs money tomorrow? क्या होगा? बैंक किसके पास जाता है? RBI. Same story will repeat. Will RBI give bank 1 lakh rupees or less than 1 lakh rupees? Less than 1 lakh rupees. Can I say वापस discount हो रहा है? Hence RBI is now doing what? Rediscounting. Ultimately, whom will the buyer pay after 6 months? RBI. तो अभी ये ट्रांसफर होके यहाँ आ गया. It has come here now. ठीक है? Hence, one of the crucial functions of RBI is rediscounting bills of exchange. ठीक है? वो RBI में नहीं देखा because not that important. RBI has created a separate entity, separate company called what? Called DFHI, Discounting and Financing House of India or Finance House of India. उसका काम ही ये है to discount bills of exchange. समझा? So his job is to wait basically. कम पैसा दो, wait करो, get the money, then someone else will come for discounting, give him the money, wait, and then so Discount and Finance House of India or Discounting and Finance House of India, DFHI, is instituted or established by RBI for this. Did you understand discounting? Did you understand rediscounting? ठीक है? Did you understand this paper is called as commercial bill or bill of exchange? ठीक है? So ultimately, and this is all short term. See, no trader gives you a credit period of 3 years कि 3 साल बाद पे करना है, ऐसा नहीं होता है ना? Within 6 months, 3 months. Hence, 9th instrument is a commercial bill. To understand commercial bill, you need to understand this, na? Did you understand what is Discount and Finance House of India? It's not discounting actually, it's discount. ठीक है? समझा कि नहीं समझा? Is this okay? चल. Next. Recollect the inflation chapter. Who is the loser? Fixed income. Who is the loser? Borrower or the lender? Lender means the investor. They are the losers. Why? Because purchasing power keeps on eroding, but interest to same ही आ रहा है, right? When government issues bonds which gives them guarantee, कि आपका inflation की वजह से, because of inflation, You will not lose your money. Don't worry. They are known as inflation indexed bonds. Their interest is linked to the inflation. Inflation increases, interest increases. Inflation goes down, interest goes down. There are various types of bonds which are issued. There are capital index bonds which show that your capital cannot go below a minimum amount, etc., etc. बहुत सारा है. The important part, very important part, see inflation index bonds and capital index bonds. They are more or less similar in nature. So I will write it here. Very important. Whatever is issued by government is called government security. Yes or no? G6. So now tell me, is commercial paper a government security? No. Is certificate of deposit a government security? No. Because they are issued by banks and finance institutions. Whatever is issued by government. What is issued by government? Treasury bills, bonds, SDLs. Simple. Now these G-Secs or government securities are also called as gilt-edged securities. Gilt-edged securities. इसका क्या मतलब है? Gilt-edged सिक्योरिटी है, इस पे लिखा है डेटा एंड ऑल इज गिवन. गोल्डन बॉर्डर. So when British government used to issue these securities initially when it was colonizing India and when it was ruling India and the world, so it used to issue these government securities which are golden bordered. तभी से नाम पड़ा gilt edged securities. Their edge is gilt. Gilt means gold. It is not GUILT, it is GILT. It is not guilt, जो we feel guilty and all. It is not that. It is guilt, GILT. समझा? This is why it is called gilt-edged securities. So government securities are also known as gilt-edged securities. Now tell me, return on a treasury bill would be higher or return on shares would be higher? Why shares would be higher? More risk. All these government securities are very less risky because it is sovereign guarantee. Government has given guarantee, I will repay you after 5 years. Don't worry. Government ने guarantee दिया और क्या चाहिए आपको? ठीक है, government is giving you guarantee, exam will be conducted, but नहीं होता है. That's a different thing, especially state public service commission. ठीक है? यार, this is तो क्या ही है मतलब. These are also called as, नहीं तो आप मारोगे, मैं नहीं बताऊंगा तो. These are also called as trade bills. और 100 नाम है यार इसके. समझा? Very easy, simple. ठीक है, Discount Finance House of India. Do you get Discount Finance House of India? Can you recollect? Yes, DFHI. Now my question for you. Is SDL eligible for LAF? LAF में collateral लगता है. Can you keep SDLs as collateral or is SDL eligible for LAF? Yes. Government में सब चलता है. ठीक है? चलो. My question to you is, how are the rates in money market determined? Forget treasury bill rates, वो तो government securities है, RBI calculates them. But intercorporate debt or CD or CP or these commercial bills, how are the rate of interest, कितना मिलेगा, और rate of discount, कितना discount होगा, how are they determined? What do you think? If HDFC Bank needs money and Citibank can give money to HDFC Bank, वो rate कैसे determine होगा? So there is, and always bear in mind, these are big institutions. These are very well linked to the global markets also. So there is an institution or there is a group of banks globally which overall take into consideration world level calculations and then they give this rate. उसके ऊपर जितना rate you can add, you have to add. वो तो negotiation पे depend करेगा. So Citibank will give money. Citibank will say standard rate plus 2%. HDFC will say standard rate plus 1%. फिर they agree with standard rate plus 1.5%. ऐसा. So this standard rate, what we call, this is called as LIBOR. क्या है ये? See the words. London. Interbank offered rate. Interbank, whatever rate is offered is LIBOR, and India also follows LIBOR plus something depending on the negotiation. So all the instruments in money market, unka interest rate is dependent on LIBOR. Did you understand? LIBOR, London Interbank offered rate. It is nothing but a benchmark rate which is used as reference in India and in other countries also. So major companies, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, they all come together, they discuss and they release this LIBOR. You can follow LIBOR, you can not follow LIBOR, कोई compulsion नहीं है. It is just a benchmark rate कि world economy if it is going down, तो LIBOR will go down, etc. etc. ठीक है? Similarly, we also have our own rate. हमें भी तो चाहिए ना? MIBOR. क्या होगा ये? Mumbai Interbank offered rate. ठीक है? See, this is for prelims. No logic, no concept, no need to go in depth. India is shifting away from dependence on LIBOR. India is shifting away from dependence on LIBOR. Also, this LIBOR is calculated in various currencies. Currencies का weight लेके, dollar, pounds, etc. का weight लेके, they give this rate. ठीक है? Now India is moving away from LIBOR. Why and why not? छोड़ दो इसको. To a new regime called SOFR. So some banks use MIBOR, but majorly LIBOR is used. Secured overnight. Normally I tell this only in prelims crash course, but since foundation is everything, so we should do this. The only thing you should know about these three things is that these are the rates which are used as benchmark rates, and we are now slowly shifting from LIBOR to SOFR. That's it. End of story. इसके आगे पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है with respect to these three topics. Is it clear? Because this is an ocean. If you start going into the depth, if you start asking how this happens, how this works, it is endless, right? And markets is a chapter where we have to limit ourselves. For chapters which require depth, I have given 5-6 lectures. To banking chapter, tax chapters, we took 5 lectures. But markets chapter, I want to wrap it up quickly because it's not more than enough. And more than this, current is more important. New instruments keep on coming in. New type of stock exchanges keep on coming. For example, I told you social stock exchange. All that is more important compared to इसके अंदर क्या है? What is in SOFR? ठीक है? Who controls this market? Who controls money market? RBI. ठीक है? Now I am going to teach you something, again, something very interesting which will seem complicated but it's not. Do we have unlimited money or limited money for investing in shares? Limited money. Do we always have the perfect knowledge about shares or we are not knowledgeable? We are not knowledgeable. ठीक है? Given an option, will you invest all your money in one company or spread it out across different companies? Spread it out because risk, you will reduce risk. ठीक है? What we do is, we create a company in between. ठीक है? Right? That company will create money from person number 1, collect money from person number 1, person number 2, person number 3, person number 4, person number 5, person number 6. Is it pooled now? Is it pooled now? Are you getting this? Is the amount invested by 1, 2, 3 small? Yes, it is very small, but collectively is it very huge now? Yes. Now that company invests in shares. HDFC, ICICI, Reliance, ONGC, SBI cards, MRF. Now see what is happening. Who is the owner of shares? Company. Why? Because company is investing in these. ठीक है? What company does is, जितना money collect हुआ है and जितना shares में invest किया है, company divides them into papers and issues them. So let's say each paper is worth 10 rupees. Similar to shares, similar to shares. But the company is not issuing shares now. These are the subscribers of the company. These have given company some investment, some money, but not the shareholders of the company. These are not shareholders. Bear in mind. Shareholder is standing upper. Okay. There is only one. Let's say there is only one shareholder. He has introduced this company. इसने company खोली है. The business of the company is to take small amounts of money from everyone, collect it big amount, and then invest in these companies. Now, what is the faida? I'll tell you the faida. See, if he has a big amount, he can appoint some knowledgeable people to manage these investments. One. Second, what he can do, very important. Second, he can employ proper high-level trading strategies to gain maximum income out of the shares. Yes, because individually you and I cannot do it. But since pooling हो रहा है, right? Now, let's say MRF में he invested 1 lakh, SBI में 1 lakh, इसमें 2 lakhs, इसमें 5 lakhs, इसमें 10 lakhs, इसमें 3 lakhs. ठीक है? कितना हुआ? 10, 15, 20, 22 lakhs. ठीक है? Now this 22 lakhs he will put. ये इसका asset हुआ कि नहीं? Are you paying? Like, is it okay? Or am I going very fast? Is this 22 lakh the company's assets or not? Because they are investments. अब ये 22 lakhs के investments को he broke them down into 10 rupee units and he said, he called these people and say, whoever wants to subscribe, pay 10 rupees and take this unit. Now you tell me, is this one unit of 10 rupee or one paper of 10 rupee having flavor of all of them or not? समझा? Is it enabling you to invest in all of them thoda? See, Reliance ka price might be 300 rupees. You don't have 300 rupees. But you took 10 rupee ka one share. So, jitna bhi hai, 10 upon 22 of that 10 rupees, so 2.2, jitna bhi hai is invested in, not 2.2, but 10 upon 22 is invested in Reliance. Are you understanding this? What have we done? We have collected money from everyone and we have invested huge amounts. फिर वही investment जो आता है divide करके we have given units in respect of the money they have given. If they have given money 40 rupees दिया है तो 4 units जाएगा उसको, 10 rupees दिया है तो 1 unit जाएगा उसको. Did you understand this? What are the benefits of this? Tell me. Can I say diversification is the benefit? Because with low amount you are able to invest in big companies in low amount only. ठीक है? Otherwise, imagine you have to buy 1 share of MRF, 1 share of SBI, 1 share of HDFC. आपका एक share में आपका 5,000, 10,000 चला जाता. But now in 10 rupees you are able to invest 3 rupees there, 10 rupees, or 2 rupees here, 1 rupee there, etc. Your investment is 10 rupees only. But you have broken down the high prices of share into manageable prices. Yes or no? Can I say the second advantage is professional management? You might not be able to handle the investment in these shares, but the company can appoint proper people. समझा? This is very important to understand. इसीलिए मैं बता रहा हूँ. This is nothing but म्यूचुअल फंड. ये होता है म्यूचुअल फंड. This is a mutual fund. SIP, have you heard SIP? Systematic Investment Plan. Every month you pay 500. It starts from 500, I think. So every month you, वो ad आता था ना, SIP कर लो, सही है. 2 people traveling in a train. So, so every month minimum 500 you can invest. Now that 500 you will go here. Company will issue you units. And that 500 will be spread across everything. समझा? When company issues shares, these certificates are called shares. When mutual funds issues these certificates, they are called as units. So shareholder नहीं बोलते उसको, unit holder बोलते. Is unit holder the owner of mutual fund? No. Shareholder is the owner of mutual fund. He is the shareholder. Are you getting this? He is just the customer of company. ये customer है खाली company का. ठीक है? So he is just the unit holders are just the customers of the company. These are the investments held by the company. This is the mutual fund. This is the mutual, and he is the shareholder of this. ये इसका business कर रहे हैं. So we 10 people, we open a mutual fund. We invite people. Sir, please invest. We appoint professional managers. We are also CA. We are also professional managers. We invest in big companies. ठीक है? उससे profit होता है. We give them back to them after keeping our cut. Who is the owner? We are the owners. They are not the owners. They are customers. They are unit holders. He is the shareholder. ठीक है? The main shareholder is often a bank. Often. So let's say SBI. So have you heard about SBI mutual fund? Yes. So this is SBI mutual fund. And he is the shareholder. Who is the shareholder? SBI. SBI is the shareholder. Now that shareholder is often called as a sponsor. He is putting in money, na? I'll tell you a technical detail why it is called a sponsor and not a shareholder, because this is not a company actually. This is a trust. The technical structure is a trust. No need to get into itna depth. But did you understand this? How mutual funds work? So mutual fund investments are subject to market risk. Market risk तो है ही ना. So if this का return goes down, ये 22 lakh के जगह 10 lakh बच जाएगा. So your return would also go down. Ultimately तो return कम ज़्यादा हो रहा है. But what is happening now? Instead of going individually, you are going साथ में थोड़ा थोड़ा, little साथ में. ठीक है? Have you heard about or had that flavor pani puri? 7 flavors of pani puri. I don't think it is there here, but Gujarat, Rajasthan, and Maharashtra it is very famous. So pani puri, or in Delhi we call it golgappe. Normally pani is one flavor only, tikha meetha. So there they have 7 different flavors of water. So every puri will be a different flavor of water. Same thing. Small है, पूरा सेम पानी नहीं है, but different flavors you are getting in one plate only. ठीक है? Gain होगा तो थोड़ा कम होगा, loss होगा तो भी थोड़ा कम होगा, compared to going individually. Did you understand this? चलो, very 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 important. Same structure. क्या बनाया था हमने? Trust बनाया था. Now I am writing trust. There are people here. ठीक है? There are investments here. Simple है. This is very simple. ठीक है? Earlier, where it was investing? Shares of companies. Now let us say this trust is made specifically. So can we say mutual funds are also big players in the share market? Mutual funds are also big players in the share market. Let us add the name of mutual funds also. कहाँ है? कहाँ गया? Right, mutual funds, they are somewhere. Right? So now, let us say if we establish this trust only for the specific purpose. Which specific purpose you ask? Only with the specific purpose of investing in real estate assets. Sir, I'll give you example of real estate assets. See, ultimately he has to earn income from here. Otherwise, he cannot pass it on. What he will do is, he will buy property and give it on rent. Rental income आता है, lease income आता है. Similarly, he will invest in companies who are in real estate. So real estate income है यहाँ पे. Now tell me, who is Resources are mobilized from whom to whom? From these people to real estate. Is it a good thing for real estate developers? Yes. So often you must have heard buildings aadhi padi hai, money is not there, builders run into cost overruns. So they are not able to construct their buildings completely. So this is a way of providing them funds. Ki when that building will be completed, they will give rent pay and वो rent income से they will pay them back. ऐसा है. So इसका भी win, इसका भी win. ठीक है? Only real estate. These type of trusts or these type of vehicles are called as see this. English. This was brought in 2014 in India. It was not earlier, it did not exist earlier. This was brought in 2014. Okay, I am going to teach you one or two more things which I think might come by the time you give your exam, because they are very new concepts. Very few people have heard, but I will teach you. Okay, this is not, and iske baad wala bhi is not. Real estate income. Okay. Next, same structure. See, nobody teaches like this. Same structure. क्या change हुआ होगा? Guess करो. क्या change हुआ होगा? This thing must have changed. अभी रियल एस्टेट की जगह हम इंफ्रा प्रोजेक्ट्स में डाल रहे हैं. इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर. सर क्या फर्क है? यहाँ थोड़ा फर्क है. ब्रिज एंड ऑल. इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर. ठीक है, सेम इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में ब्रिज एंड ऑल. इट इज कॉल्ड एज, व्हाट डू यू थिंक? हाँ वैसे ही है बट थोड़ा फैंसी. थोड़ा एक्टिव वॉइस, पैसिव वॉइस. इट इज नोन एज इनविट. इनविट, REIT. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एस मतलब वो प्लूरल है. इट्स नथिंग. Are you understanding this? Very simple. Now the bonus concept, not there in any books yet. Might be there in current affairs, might not be there in current affairs. Okay? Bonus concept. Again, before that, one more small concept, please. One more small concept. Remember asset liability mismatch problem? क्या होता है? For infrastructure loans, you need bigger deposits because timing match करना है. What was the solution? One solution we saw was Development Financial Institute. ठीक है? Currently, there are some banks which give or which are in the business of giving big loans. ऐसा नहीं कि there are not, but Development Financial Institution will be a very big and institutionalized version of it. For example, IFCI, Institutional Finance Corporation of India. Do you know ICICI Bank? Do you know the full form of ICICI? I'll show you. Magic. See this. Magic. ICICI का full form. You tell me whether it is short-term loans or long-term loans. Huh? क्या लगता है? Is it a long-term bank or a short-term normal bank? Industrial Credit and Investment Corporation of India. So it was earlier under Government of India. Then it was privatized and made into a commercial bank. Earlier it was a development bank. Remember, development bank refinance देता है, long-term finance देता है. Earlier it was that in that category. समझा? Have you heard about IDBI Bank? Find the full form of IDBI Bank. Industrial Development Bank of India. ICICI, Industrial Credit. So we were boosting our industries at that time, 50s, 60s, 70s. Second 5-year plan mein we started boosting our industries. and we needed these big banks. After 1991, what happened? People started earning money, people started paying taxes. We needed small banks, commercial banks, which give all services. Hence, these were converted into small banks. So today, ICICI is a normal, not small, but normal commercial bank. By small, I mean small loans wala bank. Okay? Hence, we are finding the need to introduce again. We are pushing infrastructure now. So again, we are looking for new development finance bank. Point being, let us say today there exists two entities who are engaged in long-term banking. Okay? Long-term banking, आपको पता है, they get long-term deposits and they give long-term loans. Okay? Now, there are two institutes. Suppose, is HDFC a long-term banking institute or normal? Normal HDFC. So, will HDFC face an asset liability mismatch problem? Yes, it will face. क्यों होगा asset liability mismatch problem? Because it has given a loan, let's say, to metro rail construct करने के लिए, but it is a long term loan. Problem हो रहा है HDFC को. These guys will come. अच्छा, ये asset है या liability of HDFC? Asset, loan है. These guys will come. These guys will pay HDFC some amount and will take it here. Similar to bad banks, but this is not bad yet. This is not bad. This is servicing, but थोड़ा problem हो रहा है. Asset liability mismatch. Is HDFC happy because now its asset liability is matched? Are they happy because they are getting business? So instead of people taking from long-term bank, they are taking from HDFC. He is saying, "Arey, you are eating my business. You won't be able to manage it. Give it to me. I will pay you, and I will take it." Yes or no? Who is taking out the loan from the books of whom? Long-term banks are taking out the loans from the books of HDFC. Okay? Are they giving finance to HDFC? Yes, they are giving. And it is not very less. जैसे bad में था. It is proper amount. This is called as English है यार, economics कुछ है नहीं, English है. Take out financing. Take out financing. Now they will be able to service the loan better. Repayment होगा तो मांगेंगे. They will be able to. Did you understand take out financing? Taken out from the bank's books. Now the blockbuster concept. बहुत नया चीज आता है, बहुत. See, the traditional way of companies which we discussed in the earlier lecture, कि we will buy shares, we have a product idea, we will issue shares, smart glass होगा, सब कुछ होगा. That is the normal way which done. Similarly, Zomato also had an idea when it was started. We will start food delivery. In your childhood, did you even imagine कि you will be using mobile phone for booking a taxi or for ordering food? नहीं था, phone था कि भेजो, and we didn't even know कब आएगा because he did not have phone. आजकल तो GPS tracking, everything is available. ठीक है? Now what happens is, I'll tell you, like I was baffled when I read this. In India, it's a new concept. In Western world, it is a fairly old concept. But this is a blockbuster concept or bonus concept. आया तो lucky है, नहीं आया तो ठीक है. SEBI is going to bring rules for this. अभी rules है नहीं for this thing, whatever. There are rules for InvITs, there are rules for REITs, there are rules for mutual funds. Everything is regulated. And everything comes under SEBI. This mutual fund. So I should better write, na? I just assume कि SEBI. ठीक है? हाँ. Now mutual fund से याद आया. There are money market mutual funds also. क्या? See, SEBI is capital market. This is long term, yes or no? Short. There are short term mutual funds also called money market mutual funds, which are regulated by RBI. So funny. हाँ, चलो. So now SEBI is bringing out something new, which is a new kind. We are 20 people. Normally क्या होता है? We have a business idea, we try to form a company and we take money and we ask for loan and we start our production. This is normal way. Now we are 20 people. What we'll do is, we'll create a company जिसका purpose is what? Nothing as of now. सिर्फ company create करके रखिए. No purpose. And this is fairly happening, new. ठीक है? The only purpose of this company is to acquire a new startup. जो भी अच्छा लगेगा, whenever, it might happen after 15 years also. This company, we are 20 shareholders, we are doing our normal jobs, we have just floated a company and kept. ऐसे ही चल रहा है. We are not doing no activity, nothing, no building, no office, no people, nothing. 10 years, 15 years, 1 year, 2 years, 3 months, कितना भी चलेगा. Whenever, let's say I find कि अरे this is a very good startup, just started, very brilliant idea, we should acquire it. We should acquire means we should invest in it. We should invest means we should act as angel investors or venture capitalists to that company, whatever the level of startup. ठीक है? So let's say we target this company. Company A, it's a startup. ठीक है? Let's say it makes smart bottles. तो अच्छा आइडिया लगा हमें. The only purpose of this company is to take over this company. Abhi, what will happen of this? Now let's say if this company is listed on a stock exchange, doesn't this company by default become listed on a stock exchange? Are you seeing how laws are being manipulated here? He doesn't have to follow all the strict rules now because it is taken over by this company. This was a blank company, कुछ भी नहीं है इसमें, nothing, taken over by this company. But since this is listed, now इसका object becomes smart bottle. अभी हो गया इसका object smart bottle. It can happen tomorrow, it can happen after 10 years also, depending on the idea. So we need regulation for this. This is not healthy. Now I'll add one more layer to it. Pay attention. Very interesting. This is very interesting. I like this. Now what? अभी क्या? Listed in USA by direct. India में तो दूर की बात. So this company not listed in India but listed in USA. And many startups in India are not listed in India but listed in USA. So see, if normally if a startup has to list in USA, it has to undergo a lot of regulatory approvals, बहुत सारा है. But since this company has already got all regulatory approvals and listed in USA, it just takes over this and list हो जाता है. It is very risky. I'll tell you why. Risky because this subverts the regulatory paradigms. इसका कोई और शेयर होल्डर होगा, he might not know what the company is doing in USA. Yes or no? बस इससे ज़्यादा I will not say. I'm not going into depth. I don't want to. So these are all these companies. These kind of companies are called as, see this, blank check company. So blank है, पता नहीं. And the technical word, this is the general word. The technical word is, see the word, this is a very new concept. Very few people know about it in general studies. Obviously in finance and CA and commerce field, everyone knows about it. But in India, it's a new concept. Special purpose acquisition company. Its special purpose is only to acquire. I'll tell you what. Tomorrow if this is not profitable, वो ये business बंद कर देगा. It will acquire someone new. उसका business ही है to acquire. Special purpose acquisition company. समझा क्या? Did you understand real estate investment trust? Did you understand infrastructure investment trust? ठीक है? ये उल्टा लिख दिया शायद मैंने. ठीक है? इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर इन्वेस्टमेंट ट्रस्ट है वो, बट वो इनविट बोलते हैं, तो अभी क्या कैसे क्या. Did you understand mutual fund? Did you understand takeout financing? Did you understand money market? Did you understand discount and finance house of India? Did you understand commercial paper, certificate of deposit, commercial bill, bill of exchange, call money, notice money, cash management bill, treasury bill, bonds, etc., etc., SDL, सब कुछ समझा? ठीक है? There are some restrictions जो हमने बात किए थे. ठीक है? मजा आया? ऐसे लग रहा है बहुत कुछ हो गया. ठीक है? That concludes markets chapter. You will find a few more concepts in your textbooks. Read it. Try to understand. Most of them are not important. If you want an explanation, you can always ask me. Right? So we'll stop here and we'll continue in the next lecture with infrastructure. Point number 9, point number 10. One lecture, 1 or 2 lectures mein it will get over. Infrastructure mein kuch hai nahi. Secondly, I want to start agriculture as soon as possible. So we'll start agriculture probably after 2 lectures. We'll start agriculture also. Okay? So thank you so much. If you have any doubt, you can always ask me. As always, please keep on revising. Thank you.